school today. In fact, like the Westminster class SWAT, he's been putting in extra hours on our TV screens in recent days. UKIP leader Nigel Farage, or Farage. That is the question. We won't be asking Nigel about the pronunciation of his surname today, but we do want to talk about whether he's been spending, as the Daily Mail's alleging, £15,000 a day on bodyguards. That's money from the £2.5 million European Parliamentary Group fund he leads and receives from the EU. You have bodyguards.
Yeah, and funny enough, I mean, I'm the only political leader, or I guess politician of prominence in the UK who gets zero help from the taxpayer, zero help from, the authorities in this country. We have asked, I mean, particularly after last April when my family were attacked on a Sunday lunchtime, which was pretty nasty.
But where do EU funds come from?
Well, hang on a second, let's just get this straight, shall we? So I don't get any help in any way at all. Without it, I wouldn't still be here. I mean, the hard left have been so vicious and so nasty. So what we do to get me driven around the country, and, after this show, I go down to Street Canvas in South Wales.
Yeah.
I do a public event tonight, then I go to Lincolnshire this evening to do the same again tomorrow. So I have to have people to drive me and look after me. That's reasonable. We fund all of that through private donations.
Right.
I've never used a penny of my European allowances, which I get to employ staff to do security. And this ridiculous story...
So why is it ridiculous?
Because it's not me. It's about organising big public events and having security around them.
But you have bodyguards, but you have personal bodyguards every day. That was the story, right?
Yes, funded through private subscription because the authorities in this country or the government in this country won't give me any help at all.
So you don't use any of the money that goes to that fund, to the EU group that you're the head of?
No. This story was about big public events that we were holding in this country, and actually what it was more about...
So not your personal bodyguards?
No. What it was more about was organised... Look, we're the only party, any group as it is in this European context, that hold genuine public events. You have to have security at genuine public events.
And how much does that cost?
It can be expensive. It depends where.
Right.
Depends where.
I mean, you can see why the charge of hypocrisy would be levelled at you because...
Oh, no.
I'll just put the charge and you can defend yourself. But, I mean, the charge that you have obviously spent your whole political career claiming that the EU is a waste of taxpayers' money and spends it on spurious things. People might say spending it on bodyguards for you, even at public events, is the same.
No. I've spent 17 and a half years using European Union funds to try and fight the European Union, and I shall go on doing so as long as we're in the EU, but hopefully we'll vote for Brexit. I'll be redundant. There'll be no need.
Ah, right. Well, we'll come to that later on, as whether you're going to be out of a job. Or
I'm the turkey that would happily vote for Christmas.
We'll come to that later then. Now, Jeremy Corbyn's insisted that he acted swiftly to suspend...
You didn't frankly have the balls to put country before party.